Hello students, welcome back to my channel. So in this class, we will discuss these two topics. Already first topic and second topics we discussed in last class. So here, third one is electrical conductivity of compound which contains hydrogen atoms. So the compound which contains hydrogen is acid or not? We have to prove this one. For that, I have taken electrolytic cell. In this electrolytic cell, I have taken the solution. The solution is called a electrolyte or electrolytic solution. In this electrolytic cell, two electrodes are dipped. So one electrode is a anode. It is connected to positive terminal of the battery. Next, second one is a cathode. It is connected to negative terminal of the battery through LED bulb. LED means light emitting diode. Okay, so here whenever we switch on the battery, that current will be passed into the electrolytic solution or electrolyte through electrodes. Then if this electrolyte will be ionized into ions, then that electrical conductivity will be generated. So then that LED bulb will be glowing. So if there is no ionization is occurred whenever we pass electricity through the electrolytic solution, so there is no glowing of a LED bulb. If LED bulb glows, that is called electrolyte. If LED bulb is not glowing, that is called a non-electrolyte. Non-electrolyte means that does not dissociate or ionize into ions. If there is no formation of ions, there is no electrical conductivity. So there is no glowing of a LED bulb. So we know that acid means the substance which gives H plus ions in the solution, means water. For example, if you take water, if you add acid to the water, then what will happen? That will gives H plus ions. Understand? So here that is acid. Acid means it must be given H plus ions in the solution. So here for that I have taken that kind of electrolytic solution in the electrolytic cell. So whenever we pass the electricity through it, so that will be ionized into H plus ions and its anions. So that is called acid. So all compounds which are having hydrogen do not conduct electricity, means they are not called as acids. So for that here electrolytes means which conducts electricity. So LED bulb glows. Example hydrochloric acid. So here we have to take aqueous only. If you take concentrated solutions, they do not ionize. They do not conduct electricity. So aqueous solutions we have to take aqueous HCl, aqueous H2SO4, aqueous HNO3. So aqueous acetic acid CH3COOH, etc. So these are the acids contain hydrogen atom. So they will be ionized into H plus and their respective ions, means anions. So next, non-electrolytes means these do not conduct electricity, these do not ionize into ions. For example, urea formula is NH2 bond C double bond O bond NH2. Next, sucrose is nothing but sugar cane or sugar. Sucrose. So its formula is C12H22O11. C12H22O11. So like that, ethyl alcohol also do not conduct electricity. Its formula is CH3 bond CH2 bond OH. So simply we can write C2H5OH. So etc. So these are called non-electrolytes. These are having hydrogen atom, but these do not conduct electricity. Means these are not called as acids. So this is electrical conductivity of compounds which contain hydrogen atoms. Next, fourth one is crystallization of pentahydrated copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate solution. So here this copper sulfate, it is the crystalline salt. It contains 5 moles of water molecules. By seeing that copper sulfate salt, we cannot able to identify these 5 moles of water molecules in that crystalline salt. So to find out the existence of water molecules in that salt, we have to take that salt into the test tube, boiling test tube, and we should place this test tube on the Bunsen burner flame. So then what will happen? That on the heating, this salt will lose water molecules, its water molecules. So that water molecules will be sticking on the walls of the test tube. That water molecules will be settled on the walls of the test tube. So means it represents existence of water molecules in the salt. If water molecules are present in the salt, that is called hydrated salt. That is called a hydrated salt, CuSO4, and it contains 5 moles of water molecules. So this is called a hydrated salt. Hydrated salt. So here it contains a fixed number of 5 moles of water molecules. If this contains this number of water molecules, it is existed in the crystalline form. It is a crystalline salt. It is crystalline salt. Crystalline salt, and its color is blue. Its color is blue. So here, if we take this solution, means here we have taken this salt into the test tube. On the heating, what will happen? It loses its 5 moles of water molecules. Then it will be converted into CuSO4 plus 5 moles of water molecules. These 5 moles of water molecules will be evaporated. So here this copper sulfate is called anhydrated copper sulfate. Anhydrated salt. So this anhydrated salt is a white color. Its color is white. So actually, if copper sulfate salt contains 5 moles of water molecules, its color is blue. So whenever if we heat this salt, what will happen? It loses that 5 moles of water molecules. Then its color will be changed into white. Blue color of the crystalline salt will be changed into white color of the anhydrated salt. Hydrated salt means it contains water molecules. Anhydrated means it does not contain water molecules. Understand? So due to the presence of these 5 water molecules, this copper sulfate salt contains, means showing blue color. So whenever that 5 water molecules are removed from that salt, its color will be changed into white. So if we add same here, if we add this fixed number of 5 water molecules to this anhydrated copper sulfate, then we will get again blue color of the hydrated salt, which has crystalline nature. That's it. So here in this very important topic is water of crystallization. In the exam they will ask, what is the water of crystallization of given salt? Water of crystallization. Water of crystallization. So water of crystallization means the fixed number of water molecules, the fixed number of water molecules present in the salt is called water of crystallization. Water of crystallization. For example, CuSO4.5H2O. So in this water of crystallization is, what is the water of crystallization here? That is a 5. Next, washing soda, that is Na2CO3 dot 10 moles of water molecules. Decahydrated sodium carbonate is called a washing soda. So here water of crystallization is a 10. So like that, gypsum CaSO4 calcium sulfate dot 2H2O. Next to plaster of Paris CaSO4 dot half mole of H2O. So here the water of crystallization of gypsum is a 2, POP plaster of Paris is a half. This is dihydrated calcium sulfate. It is hemihydrated or semi-hydrated calcium sulfate. This is POP plaster of Paris and it is a gypsum. So these are hydrated salts. So hydrated salts are having fixed number of water molecules. This is called a water of crystallization. Water of crystallization. So these are the very important topics. So totally from this lesson we can guess 4 lab activities. 4 lab activities. So first one is reaction of metal with an acid or base. Second one is reaction of metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate with an acid. Next, third one is electrical conductivity of compound which contains hydrogen atoms. And fourth one is crystallization of a pentahydrated copper sulfate salt. So these are the 4 lab activities we can guess for the examination. Okay, among these one will be come to the exam. So in these 2 topics, if you get any doubt, you should mention in the comment section. So I hope you understood this class. Thank you.